Why should you worry about stakeholder engagement after something like a merger or another big change? I know such times are extremely busy with a lot of operational integration and decision-making going on. But understanding your stakeholder landscape is tremendously valuable, especially whenever there's a shift either in the marketplace or within your own organization. And especially when you're making a lot of decisions and a lot of changes, because that's exactly when you need that strategic input. But wait a minute, stakeholder engagement. Maybe you're thinking, I engage with my stakeholders all the time. They call if there's a problem and then we try to fix it. We're also very proactive in reaching out to our customers. And sales numbers, we look at those every day. So we have a very good idea of how we're doing with our customers. That is great. But that's also not all that I'm talking about. I'm talking about having a systematic, comprehensive, and forward-looking understanding of a broader range of stakeholders, including, but not limited to, your customers. And I'm interested in their expectations and how they really see the relationship they have with you today, but also if they believe or if they desire for it to go to another level going forward. Relevant questions are different and they depend entirely on your situation and your business. But let me give you some examples. How are you perceived by, say, industry reporters, or would important suppliers that you rely on perhaps like a closer relationship where they share more information with you? What about unions? Do they think you behave as a good corporate citizen? After a merger, you're probably more likely to be on their radar. And what about those customers? Some of your cash cow customers actively looking for greener pastures elsewhere. What about the expectations of big investors or your board or that media darling NGO that you partnered up with last year? Where are they at? And so on and so on. I think you get the picture. Mach Media and I would love to help pose and answer questions like this. We've written a short article that should give you a bit of an idea of how to approach this and 3 steps to engaging your stakeholders professionally. The first step is mapping. Who's important to us and why? Who's responsible for each relationship inside your organization? This sounds simple, and you should keep it as simple as possible, but you might be amazed at how there can often be several different answers, or no answer at all, to this question, especially right after a merger. The next step is understanding. So what are the important questions to ask? How do we really get some real and valid answers? And how can we make sure that we're ready to act on the insights that we've learned? That's the meat of it. And then there's the third step, engaging. Because checking in with your stakeholders in itself sends a very positive signal. It's a good look on you. You're listening. You care. But it's a little bit of a two-way street, and it also creates expectations. So you need to think about how you manage and ideally how you shape those expectations.